This home is being held hostage.
All right, 4915.
Squatters. It's a name for occupants who don't pay rent, and that's who's lived here for the last 9 months. And they know what they're doing.
Professional, deadbeat tenants. They've learned to play the game.
Hello?
Well, it was our first house, We got married there. We had our wedding reception there. Then as our family grew, we needed a larger place.
Rather than sell, Karen and Skip Moriarty have been renting their Fair Oaks home to several tenants for the last 34 years.
We made it into an investment, but we plan to downsize and go back there.
But before moving back, they decided to lease it one final time.
It's Craigslist. It's cheap, free.
When a couple named Ann and Mario Figueroa reached out, they met for a house tour.
Had a nice long conversation. Wonderful people.
To seal the deal, Karen requested documents, including a credit report and 401k statement.
He has 20 times as much as I have in my 401k.
With that, Karen and Skip handed over the keys in August 2022. Immediately, there were problems.
In September, they were late. We deeply apologize. Mario's grandfather passed last week, and we had to contribute.
When the next month came,
Then his mother.
as December rolled around,
Mario's father was sick.
that's when they stopped paying altogether. Without rent, Skip and Karen had to cover the mortgage.
I'm holding off buying Christmas presents.
10 days before Christmas, Karen drove by.
It looked like they were having a party.
She could not handle it. She was melting down.
Desperate for help, they reached out to their real estate agent.
I've had hours of conversations with Karen, frustrated, upset, crying.
Gary Meek is familiar with squatters, but some, he says, are experts.
Unfortunately, there are criminals out there that use amazing talent and education for bad.
He asked to see the documents Mario and Ann provided when moving in and made a discovery.
They've all been falsified. The bank statements, the credit reports, everything has been falsified.
But they discovered something even more astonishing. This is not the first house the Figueroas have squatted in.
They've squatted in this one and this one. In fact, court records show since 2008, there have been at least 8 prior residences in Sacramento County alone that Mario and Ann have lived in for months and not paid rent. They've been evicted from homes in Wilton, Elk Grove, and Fair Oaks, some just blocks from one another. One of those homes was Tari Gunn's.
He was just so charmful and helpful and everything, and I thought, well, these are going to be good people.
Right off the bat, rent was replaced with excuses, the same excuses Karen and Skip got.
And it was so hard because they got to live there rent-free.
It took time and money to evict them.
Having to go back and forth, court, filing, just everything. I just incurred so many financial issues that it was really hard.
When she did finally get them out, what she found was shocking.
We went in the house then, and there was a note taped to the sliding glass window that said, see you in bankruptcy court.
Her anger doubled when she learned Karen and Skip were among their next victims. Their home is just 2.5 miles from Tari's.
How dare they? How dare they come and stay in the same area and keep doing it?
So we wanted to get answers from the Figueroas. We wanted to hear and include their side in our reporting and ask why they keep doing this.
Your call has been forwarded to an
We
automated
called and left voicemails for both Mario and Ann.
Hi, this message is for Ann.
Then we went to speak with them at Karen and Skip's house. No one answered, but it seemed like they were there or had been recently.
The light's on, but
After multiple attempts, we left a letter.
telling them we're requesting an interview with them.
On our way out, we noticed the trash can.
It's like there's fresh stuff in the trash can.
At this point, the eviction process had started 4 months before.
It looks like a lot of refrigerated stuff, so maybe they moved out.
Any steps taken towards getting them out, Karen and Skip credit to the man they hired to evict them.
Once I get involved, they can start packing because they're going to go away.
But as we've seen, California law makes it a lengthy and often costly process to evict squatters.
If you follow administrative law, it will go step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and pretty much go by the book, with a few exceptions. And this is one of those exceptions, is when you get professional tenants. The system was not built for people like them.
This system is especially vulnerable due to COVID. For over 2 years, California created laws to protect tenants from being evicted while navigating the pandemic. Between that and backed up courts, California's system enables squatters, Barry says.
We're so much into victims' rights, but the problem is in this case, they don't see the landlords as a victim.
He says current law treats landlords like they're massive entities with endless funds. It's an issue because it's not true.
About 7 out of 10 properties that are being rented are rented by mom and pop investors.
Instead, homeowners like Karen and Skip have to fight serial squatters.
So this is just theft.
And that's why there needs to be change, he says.
I think that our owners' rights have been taken.
For now, he recommends homeowners do their homework on potential tenants.
You've got to do a background check. You've got to do a criminal eviction, credit, verify your employment, verify your income.
Or better yet, he says, hire a property manager.
Hire somebody that does it for a living.
His work paid off. After our interview and 9 months after they first moved in, Mario and Ann were evicted.
So you guys have not been in at all?
No, not at all.
Tari and our crew went with Karen and Skip as they entered their house.
They had lots of parties, it looks like.
Oh my gosh, wow. These are broken, all these blinds. What's all this stuff?
The backyard left a mess.
How does the pool look?
Terrible, it's green.
Oh no.
I'm just happy that they're out of here.
Karen and Skip are owed over $15,000 for rent. That's not including what it'll take to fix the place. And that's why they've decided instead of moving back, they're going to sell.
I'm still working and when I should be retiring.
It's what Tari did too.
I'm not going to be violated again.
She, Skip, Karen, and others have endured the same difficult path.
What's your message you want to get across today?
Make sure and go with your gut.
And do your homework. As for their serial squatter's next victim,
They're already on their way someplace else.
if it fits their pattern, their new home could be just miles away.
I just feel sorry for the next person.